Yo, guys, good morning, good morning. Happy Friday. It's Friday, the weekend is here, and we get to chill a little bit. Because it's been fun, but I can use a break. Looks like we're bear flagging here on the ES. On that 30-minute chart, little bear flag right here, but right in front of this, a couple support zones. In front of a couple little support zones there, potential support. Could get down there to 55s. Could get down there to 55s. Give me a second here, guys. Let me put out a quick tweet, let everybody know we're live, and then we'll start getting to work. So how's everybody doing today? Yo, match. What's up? Good, good. The beast. Good to know, guys. I'm glad you're doing good. John, what's up? What's up? Kevin, good morning. All right. So, lots of turmoil going on today. Financials not doing that well, bringing the markets down. We also have confirmation that good old Joe was confirmed that he had classified documents that from back when he was a VP. So that's coming across the wires now as well. Market's not liking a lot of what's going on out there today. Head on over to the SPY. We're just trending downward. We're just trending downward. Remember that triple top yesterday finally broke during lunch, extended, and then got smacked down. And then today in pre-market, it's just been completely took back the entire move. Let's move this on over to a daily chart. All right, moving on over to a daily chart. Got that resistance. We knew that 400 area was going to be tough resistance. And so far here, you can see that it has been, right? So now we're pulling all the way back in here. And let me grab the watch list so we can start going over that. All right, so here's the watch list. Here's the watch list. Oh, it's coming out nice and crisp there. Good. Okay, I'm on the right screen. So yesterday's orders, first trade red, second trade green, we killed it. Recaps up on the channel. All right. And we got SPY, Tesla, ZVSA, JSPR, all on the watch list here this morning. Okay. Guys, if you don't get this watch list, then you're definitely missing out here. Send this watch list out every single morning for free. So I'll put the link here in chat for you in case you're not subscribed to the watch list. You can be. Boom. Oh, you watched the recap already, the beast? Good. Thanks. Glad you enjoyed it. Wait, what do you mean you can't see what I was looking at? You guys saw the watch list on the screen or no? Should be able to see it. Can you guys see the watch list on my screen? Let me know in chat. Okay. All right, so let's head over to the SPY. And let's jump into this watch list here. So we got the SPY right here coming on back down away from that 95 area we talked about. Obviously, we have yesterday's support there at around 92. And then you got that bottom support right here at 90. All right. We got that bottom support right here at 90. I think it's going to, I mean, there could be a little trade to be had here and there, right? But I think it's going to be choppy down here because we're so close to support already, you know? A huge chunk of the move already happened in pre-market to the downside. I was coming into the day a little bit short biased, looking for that move to the downside here into, 395 area. We extended off of that all the way down here to 393. I mean, if we get bounces back into 395, that could be a shortable area. Looking for a drop back down. So keep an eyes on that area there for the SPY. Next, looking at Tesla. Tesla, you guys remember, we said it. If you can't get above 125, we're going to get back under 120. Here we are at 116. If this level breaks, this 115 zone breaks, all right, if this level breaks down, watching for a drop into 110 to 108 on Tesla. ZVSA was a leading gapper this morning. Big move up here. You can see clear as day that it has found some resistance here in front of this 470. It did so as well in pre-market. I would be watching for bottom support right around this $3 range, unless you can break up and over 470. If we can and hold 470 as support, in that case, you got room well up over $6 potentially into that gap fill. JSPR, another one here this morning on watch. This one watching the 210 area for possible support. It was a level that so far is held. Look, you got that $2 zone holding, right? You have room here. They could take you right into that 215. If you can break up and over 215, you really got room here into the 260 zone, which would be right there. So that's what I have on the watch list this morning. We'll see what happens. ES giving you a quick pop here, right back up towards this previous resistance zone of 39.80 that we had drawn out here. All right. So definitely a level to watch. We will go ahead and flip on over to that and keep eyes on that ES. All right, guys, anything that you see this morning, go ahead and drop it in chat so we can look at it together. All right, guys, good luck. Let's kill it. Oh, matched. Wearing it again today. I left it on my desk. It was here this morning. I was like, you know what? I'm going to put it on. I'm going to put it on. Why? Let me draw. All right, I'm going to put a line here right across this top here in front of that 3980 area. See if we get up there. If we get up there and start to reject, might start to look into shorts there. I saw in the Discord here the GIF you posted, Beast, the ding dong. Nothing's funny, man. Thank you. All right, guys. So far, just sitting there. Jasper making a nice little move here. Let me switch this on over to a 3-minute chart. Straight up. Look, that's the line we drew here in pre-market. Just took right off of that, pushed up here. Now well up over 220. Good volume on that one. Keep eyes on that one if you're trading some smallies today. ZVSA just trading sideways here. Tesla trying to bounce off that gap down. Big gap down on that one. And the SPY as well trying to bounce back. I mean, while I came into the day with that short biased bearish mindset, but a lot of the move happened in pre-market across the board. So I wouldn't be surprised to get some stronger than expected bounce backs here. So I'll be patient. If I get my setup, I'll trade it. If I don't get my setup, then I won't trade it. And we'll sit on yesterday's profits and protect those into next week. Right, so it's looking like we're starting to lose some strength there. Let's switch this over to a quick little 15-minute chart. So we're just putting in that that higher low from this consolidation. That's what has me a little bit skeptical here on direction. Just trading sideways here, guys. All right, guys. So still chopping around there. Same as the SPY. Tesla, same thing. ZVSA had that quick little push and then got back under VWAP. Jasper's just been non-stop moving up with really good volume. That's really good volume right there. That's really good volume. If this one can get up over 250, watch out. SPY and the Q is just choppy. Kind of like digesting this huge gap down. That was good. All right, guys, what are you watching? You guys watching anything specific, or are you just watching and waiting on the SPY and the ES as well? Usually by now, I already have like something I'm stalking ready to jump on. The beast, you're watching SPY and ES. Yeah, super choppy. If this 67 area, 68 area breaks, no, I think we get right back down there to 62, 60 area, and we could get into 55, obviously, but it's just such a difficult area to get short at because there's been so much support here recently. Like you can get it to work and if you can get it to work and get down there, you pull out a few points, but you could just easily get chopped up. I mean, the only way to do this and not get chopped is putting a stop up above 76. But then you have 80, which should be resistance. So I'd rather just wait for either 80 to be show up as resistance or the 55 area to crack. I don't know, man, what to tell you. The downside is just more difficult right here because we're so close to support. Almost better off looking long and just trading the channel. But I don't like trading channels. I'd rather just probably sit here and watch and wait. Look at this SPY. Yeah, you guys see my SPY chart. Look at this thing. Are you kidding me? We've been open for 15 minutes. And look at this candle. 15-minute candle should look very indecisive. Yep, there it is. You know what? I got a new... All right, I can show this part. While we wait for the markets to decide what they want to do, I got a new thing. But I can't show it on YouTube. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a picture of it and I'm going to put it on Twitter right now so you can see it if you want. The reason I can't show it on YouTube is because don't want to get demonetized. So while I wait around here, we'll go ahead, snap a quick picture here. I'll post it on Twitter. And then we will go ahead. And then I'll share the link here. Still trading inside that little channel. Looks like we want to break out of it. Ah, you saw it already, Beast? Yeah. Disney Visa. The Disney Visa came in handy. Picked it up yesterday after we were done trading for the day. All right, so we're finally maybe getting a little bit of a move here. Gonna see if those 80s want to hold resistance for a scalpable short. I'm not sure that we're gonna tap that and reject harshly, to be honest. See how we act up here. Benny, Benny, the tweet. The only thing you've missed so far is that tweet there. I just posted the link in chat. Looking like we're gonna get up there to 85s. So far, no trades for me this morning. Just been sitting here and waiting. Showed the team a new item I bought, but I posted the picture on Twitter. Can't share it on YouTube. I'm gonna start scaling in a little bit, a little short here. See if it wants to give me a little pullback back down to the 70s. If it decides to break back up over the 80s, I'll cut it. Yep, looking like I'll cut it. Oh, you just checked it out. Thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. Got that one in yesterday. All right, it's looking like it's just going to be a quick little straight up move here after that sideways consolidation got broken. Next potential level of resistance is going to be up here at the 85s. Right in here. Previous level of support about to get tested. Let's see if it's going to be resistance or not. Right in front of the 84s, pulling back a little bit. I wonder, if the SPY's going to find a little bit of a top here. 95 is an important level on the daily chart. See? Lots of support here in the past. Resistance zones as well. Will we find some resistance here now? In front of that, look at that line. That's the line we just drew on the daily chart, already showing up as resistance. And then I'm not thinking necessarily a huge sell-off, but a pullback back down here to VWAP. That's what I'm thinking. Volume slowing down a little bit. It's definitely struggling up there. If it can get through 85, then I think it gets crazy. But that 85 level should hold it down at least temporarily here for a pullback for potential longs or even shorts in front of it. We'll see whether or not this setup wants to work. I had more orders out here to scale in a little bit more. Short, I only have partial size. I have about 50% risk on. So even if I take an L on it, won't be anything out of this world. Oh, looking like we might pop back up there. I might be early on the short. Maybe it comes during lunch today. We'll see what happens. Let's take a look at the SPY real quick here. SPY still looking like it wants to push there. If it does push beyond 595, I'm sorry. Yeah, well, yeah, SPY 95 and ES beyond 85, I'll close it out. Lick my wounds and walk away, fight another day. Yeah, looking like it's gonna get up there. There it is, extending towards 5. Will there be a pullback in the horizon here, or is it just going to continue squeezing? It's definitely getting violent up there. We tapped that 85 level, came right back down to 81s. The SPY trying to hold that little 9 AMA zone there should pull back a little bit deeper, at least to these mid 94s. Volume did decrease as we pushed up higher, typically signs of slowing. But if the volume starts to increase again and we push up, this thing could get a little wild. Could stop me out. Keeping a close eye here, watching SPY. Volume on the SPY decreased as well, but still holding up. It's not shying away from that area at all. It reminds me a lot of yesterday's long, to be honest. We went right to that 85 zone. Rejected it, but we're not shying away from it like we should. See that 85 line we drew out? We tested it right there, but we're not shying away from it. We're not pulling back hard. And we got 2 minutes here. 2 minutes to those numbers. What numbers are they today? Let me see. Michigan consumer expectations, consumer sentiment. A minute to those numbers. Let's see whether I'm going to get stopped out or we're going to get a little drop here. Oh, there we go. Whoop, closing that out. I caught a partial fill and then I closed it out. That rubber band effect. Wow. See, you gotta be fast when those numbers come out. You can't hang around and be like, oh, let me see what happens. You'll get absolutely demolished. Let me see where that last exit was. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, execution, hold on. Okay, so 76.50, good exit there. That was a good exit there. And then the rest got executed for a small loss at 84 and 84.25. And then the worst was 84.75. But I was long from 81 and change. Well, sorry, short from 81 and change. So small L. Okay, cool. Not bad. Oof, that was fast. You got to be fast, man. You saw that beast? You got to be fast. That thing was mean. Look how it tore right through that 50 line that we had here. Right through that 85, 39.85, right through that. Went right to 39.90. Got over it. And now we're coming on back down, cooling it here. Volume decreasing on that push still. Yep, right back to 85 now. So forecast on Michigan consumer expectations, forecast was 59.5, previous was 59.9, actual was 62. Michigan consumer sentiment, a forecast was 60.5, previously was 59.7, actual 64.6. That's what caused that quick pop there. Right to 90s. Going to be an interesting session, guys. Definitely going to be an interesting session. All right, I'm going to sit and watch and wait. Not going to try to anticipate what's going to happen here because that candle is just crazy. That's just crazy. Whoops. Okay, let's take a quick look here at what's going on. Tesla pulling back in here to this 117 VWAP zone. Can find maybe a little support there, especially if the market starts to extend. Everybody's favorite Wall Street bets baby lately. Pulling all the way back here to previous support in the 420s after that big move over 575 yesterday. Jasper, guys, what did we say about that pullback into that VWAP zone? Look at that move. Very nice. Now I definitely watch this 9 AMA zone, see if it can hold support on Jasper. You have the 23.6 Fibonacci level lining up in that general vicinity, and it is the initial high here, all right? So this could be a potential viable zone with a stop just underneath this 240 area. Watch the volume on that pullback. You want to see volume on that pullback do this. You want to see it do that. Q's grinding their way higher there. ZVSA fading. That one's looking like it wants to be a fader. And the SPY, extremely volatile right now with the chop. Yeah, definitely. Oh, guys, today's stream might be a little bit shorter. I'm gonna take wife and kid out, like right a little late morning, lunchtime thing. Gonna go out, take her to her favorite petting zoo. Yeah, we're starting to push there. That 95 is a key level, just like that 39.85 is a key level. You seen? Okay, so you see the SPY there, but let me take you to the 30-minute ES. Look at this. It reminds me exactly of that 3-minute trade we did yesterday, or the 3-minute chart, 3-minute setup that we saw yesterday. That was just like this. It was a V. We double topped, and then we pulled in a little bit, and then we went right before, well, not right before lunch, like a few minutes later, we went. Then we pulled in harshly, and then during lunch made new highs. Maybe we get something similar today out of the market, and then a sell-off in the afternoon right before the close and the weekend starts. That is definitely a possibility. Market gets bullish because think about it this way. This year, it's all about recession fears, right? If the consumer is strong, then even if a recession does come, it would be extremely mild, right? And you can maybe even get a softish landing by the Fed. So anytime you get that kind of bullish news, you're going to get pops. How you guys doing? Are you seeing anything out there other than what we're already looking at? SPY trying to hold 95. And the ES trying to hold this 85 zone that I was shorting in front of. Guys, do me a quick solid. Remember to smash the like button for me. Helps out with the YouTube's algo. The YouTube algorithm lives on like buttons and comments. It really does. It's crazy to me. You know, while we wait for any setups here to come, again, typically somebody will be like, oh, what's your biggest loss? I don't know. I don't know why people ask that as much. Me personally, my biggest bread, it's about 4,000 and change. That was way back on Tesla. But then my biggest green was nearly $7,000 on Tesla the very next day. What's your biggest win? Like what's been your biggest win? Post it there in chat. Nice, Benny. Good job staying disciplined. If your setup doesn't come, there's no reason to trade. Like I went after that short in front of resistance because I came into the day with that bearish mindset based off of the banking, the finances earnings that came out. Some weaker kind of guidance in a way. You had Jamie talk about how recession is now at the forefront of everyone's fears. And that caused the markets to pull back in pre-market really harshly. But like we said, what did we talk about? Look at this 30-minute chart. We talked about we were right in front of major support zones. And then we had that news come out here with consumer confidence. Bang, just to the upside. What? 250%? Hell yeah, nice. Good job. I think I don't remember, it was big. It was over 300% on some BYND puts a few years ago. It was a few years ago on BYND. I had a swing trade on puts. I had taken profits along the way, and I held on to a small piece of that position into an earnings. I want to say it was an earnings, and I don't do that. But since I had already such a good cushion on the trade, it was at a point where the remaining options could have really gone to zero, and I still would have banked on the trade. It would have been a good profit. So I went ahead and let those ride. I think it's on YouTube, as a matter of fact. The trade's on YouTube. It's on one of my recaps, and I think it's recorded live and everything. I want to say it was a 620% gain, but I could be wrong. The thumbnail says the percentage gain on it. Started off crypto, you made $6,500 off of Shiba. I thought it was the way to go, then I lost 10K. Oh my God, bro. I hope that 10K, like 6,500 of that was part of that 10K. That way, at least it wasn't all money out of your pocket in a sense, you know? At least half, maybe hopefully over half the profit that you made there was, part of that 10K, so it kind of softens the blow. Sorry, guys. Man, Match, the trade is on YouTube. You know what, man? Now I want to find it. I'm going to find it for you guys. Guys, this is a little bit of a bull flag setup you're starting to see here. This SPY could go higher, so can the ES. I mean, SPY's got room to 397 yesterday's close. Yep, 620%. I found it. I found it. I don't even look how long ago that was. I kept adding it in, made it to 12K. I'm down 2K. So you're down 2 out of your pocket. Well, man, at least the lesson was learned on the profits. There it goes, guys. There you go. Out of that bull flag. I was hoping and waiting we get a little bit more of a drop there. Back into 84, 85 on the ES. Grab some long there. We're now reaching that 95 area, which I think has to hold resistance. Show you why here. I'll put a quick line across there for you. I'm not gonna stand in front of that and get short either. There it is. Previous resistance, 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 resistance in here. Previous resistance here recently. I have to think that holds it up. And then you get that nice 10, 15 point drop. But I'm 0 for 2 today. One tiny loss, and then one like regular size loss. Thankfully, look, I want you to understand that and pay attention. My regular size loss I just had, right? I had to take profit in there. Remember, I had an order out, and that booked some good profit for me. And then we reversed, and I got stopped out of the remainder. The remainder was a loss, made the whole trade a red trade, obviously. But that quarter that I took there in profit cushioned that blow tremendously. All right, guys, we're still hanging out there and pushing. We had talked about that Tesla VWAP. There it was. We never quite pulled into it. We were talking about it right in here. Talking about a test of VWAP. We never quite pulled into it. You had that quick pop after that news dropped at 10 a.m. and that caused Tesla to get back into 119 area. Jasper finally pulled into that VWAP zone. I wish it would have pulled in a little bit better. Volume has been decreasing on this pullback. So that is what you want to see. See if that level holds. VWAP, 9 EMA, 23.6 fib zone. First take profit would be up here in front of the high in case you double top. Once again, showing you, that scaling out tactic where if the trade overall fails, at least that first take profit protects you on those losses. Yeah, matched. I'm thinking the same thing, but I don't know why. I'm starting to think that doesn't happen until either lunchtime or in the afternoon. We might get a little choppy here. I mean, ES could pull back, 10, 15 points, giving you a good trade, but it ends up in that chop zone where I think it starts to consolidate before maybe an end of day sell off going into the weekend. Guys, JSPR starting to reach that first take profit zone. This area right here in 95 land on ES should hold up resistance. But then again, 85 should have held up resistance. That was a really good level. That's some really good volume there on Jasper on that push. Almost made it right to that first take profit zone. It's like 2 pennies away, man. It was 2 pennies away from the first take profit zone. You got to be kidding me. You can't make this stuff up. Guys, that place that I did my thing in back in, when was it? In December, for, that prop firm I got funded with. I'm working with them to see if I can get a discount code for you guys, in case you want to go test that out. Want to try to get a good discount. Want to try to get a good discount. So it's something that I have to put in through their process, see if they approve it. If they approve it, then that's going to be good. I can put that in there with you guys, um, and get you those discounts. Look, man, thing just doesn't want to fold. It doesn't want to roll over. Not yet. Not in anything, guys. Where's my OBS? Not in anything. There's my trading screen. Just watching and waiting. Watching that Jasper too. If they're gonna move any small cap today, I think it might be that one, to be honest. It's got the best looking setup right now. You're getting that little doji candle here on the ES. Maybe you start to get that pullback here, back into 82 or so. Benny, still sitting on your hands? Or was it matched? Who was sitting on their hands? Benny. Benny, no trades yet? Stick to your plan. Oh, guys, Jasper folding it up there in front of the high day. What a shame. It needs to hold this level. If it doesn't hold this level, it's gonna break down under VWAP and then maybe fade back down towards 215. Nice. Way to show discipline. Sometimes it's wild to me. People get a little bit antsy and they won't respect the discipline. Being able to sit here for basically an hour like Benny has without a single trade shows a tremendous amount of discipline. Because you're not getting your setup. If you're not getting your setup, there's no reason for you to hit buttons. I haven't got another setup I want to go after, so I'm not hitting buttons. I'm just sitting here. There goes the ES higher. Oh, you still had some Jasper from 3 days ago, so you're in the profit, right? 3 days ago, it was definitely lower than it was now, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Oh yeah, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Hey man, I don't know about you, but it's Friday. It's payday. It's Friday and it's payday. So could we be here on Monday? Yeah, we could. Could we be here on Monday? Yeah, we could. But one thing's for certain, we're right here on Friday and it's payday. Don't gotta take it all, right? It's like they say, you ain't gotta go home, but you gotta get the hell out of here. You don't gotta take it all off, but little payday don't hurt nobody. There you go, guys. This ES is the ES opened up the day and it said, I believe in no one. And it just keeps going and going. Next resistance zone really isn't until 4,000 and then really 405. How do you make this go away? I clicked the emojis tab and now it won't go away. Oh, there we go. Freaking tech challenge. There's bound to be a reversal. Nice, Benny. Good job, man. Some good profits right there, man. Hell yeah. You know what? I got something for you. Watch this. Just, I had forgotten I had this on here. Here's Benny, guys, right now, counting his profits. Just wait. Here's Benny. He's just there like this. He's just there like this, like bang, just throwing money all over the place. Congratulations, man. That's one hell of a good trade. Good job. That's a good way to end the week for sure, man. Let's put this all back together where it belongs in the wallet. All right, guys, ES just still stair-stepping its way higher. And it really hasn't had a pullback since the big move, right? Pushed sideways, pushed sideways, pushed, and still pushing. Well, good job getting out of it. I want you to notice something. Like earlier in when I was short, right? I was short there. I had them take profit zone. I took profits there. I had my order out. Boom, it got hit. Took profits. When we reversed back, we immediately went over my stop zone. I just cut it, man. Just gotta cut it. You know, a loss is a loss. It's part of trading. So it's better to take those losses and then just move on. You know, if it was a trade, you have a trade plan, you have your entry, you have your stop loss area, you have your predetermined profit target areas. Think about it like this. If you were to put those parameters into an algorithm and it executes that trade, it's going to enter. What is happening on my phone? Oh, my kid's trying to FaceTime me. She's in the kitchen having breakfast. Hi. Hi, Nene. All right, bueno, bye. Papi está trabajando. So you input all that into your algorithm. It's your entry, your stop loss area, your take profit zones. That computer is going to execute those things exactly where you put them. So we have to do the same thing when we're in a trade. Otherwise, we can suffer detrimental losses. We have to pretend we're a computer when we're in a trade. You have to detach. And it's not to say that, oh, you're never going to have the feelings. No, man, they're always going to be there. And there's going to be times where you might hold on a little bit too longer and stop out a little bit too later. But the key thing is stopping out, right? And there's going to be times where you're going to get super mad and you're going to maybe FOMO into something. It happens. When you recognize you FOMO'd, you got to exit. You got to exit. It's happened to me, right? I remember last year, I don't know what it was. Might have been some Tesla call options or something, or puts, I don't know. Whatever it was, I was like, whoa, I just FOMO'd into this. Nope. Market ordered out. Instantly, I was out of it. I don't know, lost like $50 or something stupid, insignificant. And I was like, okay, you got to relax, you know? And that's just the name of the game. You have to stick to the trade plans. And I have videos on my YouTube, and I have parts in courses and stuff where I talk about how to manage feelings. Like, for example, with time, you start to realize and pick up on cues within yourself that you are in an emotional state while you're there sitting waiting for a trade, and you're mad because you missed your opportunity and you're waiting for the next pullback or the next bounce. You're not getting it. You start to feel all that brewing inside you that leads into a FOMO trade, that leads into you taking a poor trade. And when you see that, when you feel that, when you acknowledge your that's within, best thing to do is turn off everything and walk away. Even if it's just 5 minutes, 10 minutes, the whole day, it doesn't matter. You pick what works for you and you walk away. Exactly, matched. So the best thing we can do is what I just mentioned there. You try to execute properly. Remember, you got to respect your money. You got to respect it. You worked hard for that. And I'm not looking at the cameras. I'm looking at the chart. But we're humans. We're going to make mistakes. We're not algos. And then just have rules set in place to protect you. That's what the rules are for. They're there to protect you. Guys, we made it all the way to 4,000. Now we're starting to pull in here. So we tapped 4,000. We pulled all the way back in here to 91. And we're just about 91 and change. Let me get my cursor here. Nope, 92. So we pulled all the way in here to 92. And now we're trying to get a little bounce here. I think it could get choppy there. Meanwhile, JSPR, remember, Jasper, had not hit the stop loss area. So that one, if one got in, right? If one got in, right in here somewhere, then you're not stopped out. You'd still be in this trade. And here's the first take profit zone still, waiting to get hit. Meanwhile, ES looking like it wants to get under 90, to be honest. Congrats on being able to get out of that one with profit, Benny. That's a good way to end the week. Oh, protein time. Guys, any questions or any trades you're in you want to talk about, just throw it up in chat. Jasper still holding up. There you go. SPY made it up in front of yesterday's close, pulled back a little bit. That's a nice run up on the SPY. ZVSA still holding up. This one could get squeezy during lunch, to be honest. And Jasper looking like it wants to get up to that first take profit zone. Oh, let me check here, Benny, what you wrote. I'm having FOMO. I'm watching it go back up, but I'll stay out of it. That's great advice. It's been so many times I'm holding losing plays. Yeah, man, that happens. When we were well, not when we when I was learning to trade, stopping out of plays, holding bags, that was never my problem. I never had a problem stopping out, and I didn't hold bags, so I never had problems stopping out of plays. You know, stopping out of day trades, stopping out of swing trades, I never had a problem. If my stop was reached, I exited. I understood the concept that I'd rather take that small loss than, you know, have $10,000, $20,000 into some small cap and then wake up 3 days later and that thing's down 50% because I saw the moves. You know, I'm not about to do that. So that was never my issue. My issue as a new trader was FOMO. It was second guessing the setup. Right? And then FOMOing into it. That was my kryptonite as a new trader. And even today, you know, FOMO is a feeling that I'll fight. It doesn't pop up like it used to. It used to pop up on a consistent basis as a new trader. Now, you know, I could feel FOMO a handful of times a year, maybe less than 5, right? Sounds about right to me. And out of those 5s, let's say 5, right? Out of those 5, I might fail 1 or twice at them. And then out of those 2 that I fail, 1, I'll exit instantly because I'll pick up on it. I'll be like, whoa, you just FOMOed into that, my man. Exit out instantly right now. There's no waiting. There's no reanalyzing. Exit right now. Boom. And then the other one will spank me. Flat out. It'll spank me on the day. But the key factor for me and you'll see this, and you'll see this a lot on YouTube. And I hope you guys have noticed this throughout this week. We've been doing this stream the whole week, right? I don't take every trade the same size. I don't take every trade the same size. There's this thing out there, this misconception that these gurus teach new traders. And I remember because one of the things that I first learned was, especially if you're trading a smallie, you have to take 1,000 shares of the stock in order to at least make $100. Because 10 cents. No, bro. It's all about the pattern you're trading and where your risk is. What I keep the same, generally speaking, is my risk tolerance, meaning I keep the same dollar amount risk per trade on average. And then if I read the market on the day and I feel like it's going to be choppy, or I personally can't find the direction, right, for the day, I can't come up with my thesis to say, no, today I'm going to be more long biased than anything. Today I'm going to be more bearish than anything. If I can't do that, then I decrease my risk on the day. So, yeah. No Lambos, got a Rolex, but I talk about risk management on here. Hard to find a YouTube trading channel that talks about risk management as much. I know they're out there, and I know that they are. It's not a lot of them, though. It's not a lot of us. It's usually all about, oh, look at me. Oh, I made so much money today. God, I think I broke my camera. Right? That's usually what you're seeing on YouTube. You're not really seeing people show you how to manage risk properly. Match says, for me, it's reading the chart, seeing the direction, and going short when the chart says long, and long when the chart says short. The trend. Oh, what did Jasper just do? Look at that. Okay, guys, so if you would have been sitting in this play, you would have had your first take profit zone hit. And then as you pierce through the highs, you could have taken some more profits up here. I usually do that. However, a key thing here, this is a huge rejection of that new high. It's generally a very bearish signal. Shorts would use this to pile on short now, looking for an ultimate fail on this play. Now, this could easily trap shorts, because if you get right back above, let's say 260, 270, this will trap the crap out of shorts, and you'll get a nice squeeze out of this one more than likely, if it can get above 270. Okay? Matched. The trend is your friend. Identify the trend and stick to it. It's easier to trade with the trend than against it. I went after the short today on a short-term upward trend, thinking we were going to reject off off of 85, and for a split moment, it looked we were going to start to reverse. I even got that first take profit zone, but then look how much more we went up from 85. We went all the way to 4,000. So the trend is your friend. What time is it? All right, gang. I might start getting ready to head out here since I'm going to spend some extra time with the fam today. I'll wait around a couple more minutes. If you guys have any more questions, definitely throw them up in chat. You like that, Match? The trend is your friend. That's an old time saying for traders. The trend is your friend. Let me see something here. I want to show you real quick if I'm able to. Let me see if I can find this screenshot. No, no, I don't have it. At least not here. A screenshot of a similar situation on a similar play that did exactly something like this, and it turned out being a big old bear trap. Just keep JSPR on the back burner in case it becomes a bear trap. That way you can see what I was talking about. It's just possibilities of it becoming that. Jared says, hey, Jesse, I got a quick question. When gaps occur, how long do they take to fill on average? Gaps do not have to fill in any direction. They do not have to. More often than not, they tend to. How long before they fill? No such thing, no such average. I mean, I'm sure if you got out there and you gathered every single gap in the history of the stock market and with some computer algorithm were able to average them all out on a daily basis or weekly basis, you could come up with some sort of average. But the reality is that it's going to be very difficult to utilize that to an advantage to try to get some sort of edge on it for a trade. Um, and when I say for a trade, I mean when you are trying to anticipate the gap being filled. I personally rather wait for the gap entry to be tested, broken. Then, if it's broken, upside, downside, doesn't matter. If it's retested and it holds, then I'll look to get into that for the move higher or the move lower, whatever it may be. Because you can, I mean, I've seen over the years gaps that haven't been filled for years. So let's say the stock closed at $80, gap down to $40. Let's call it a biotech that had some horrible FDA news. Gap down to $40, okay? And then it just traded down here for 2, 3, 4, 5 years before ever getting right back up into the gap and even then attempting to fill it. So hope that works. Hope that helps. Certain sectors. Any advice for long-term investment, recession-proof certain sectors? Man, for it's not so much advice; it's just some thinking, right? I'm not doing this necessarily. Um, I'm not that much of an active investor. In other words, I'm an investor. I invest in the stock market and I invest in real estate, but I'm a buy and hold dude. And just average, dollar cost average into all of my investments. Um, consumer staples. Okay, think about what does well during recessions, right? Things like Walmart, right? Things like Target. However, you have to look at something that we've over the last few earnings we've seen where they've had an overabundance in stock because of going back to when they didn't have much stock because of COVID, supply chain issues. Then there was an overabundance of stock and they've had to basically do major clearance sales, etc. So they might be a little bit slow, but healthcare tends to do well because you need to pay attention to health, right? So healthcare, consumer staples, okay. In this rising rate environment, typically you could see finance sector like big banks do well. What else do we got? Oil can do well now as long as oil stays strong in the sense that gas prices stay up. But I wouldn't necessarily consider that very very much so. Now, if you want to get into specific stocks, obviously Walmart, um, pizzerias. Sounds funny. Somebody might be like, what is this guy talking about pizzerias? Back in the '08 times, okay, pizzerias did well. They did well. Why did they do well? The consumer in a recession, the average consumer anyways, is less likely to go out and spend $100 and something on a meal for their family at a local restaurant than they are to go, spend $45 on a couple pizzas. You know what I'm saying? So I would look at that. I would look at like the cheaper stuff, like Dollar General. Dollar General. You can look at something like Dollar General, Walmart. What is it? Papa John's. I think they're traded, if I'm not mistaken. I don't have anything like that. Let me see. Okay. Dollar General, look how beat up it's gotten, right? But if we scroll back on the daily chart, look at Dollar General. See what I'm saying? Look at Dollar General. Look at Amazon. You see? You see what I'm talking about? These are the places that at this point in time, right? They've already been tapped. People have already started hiding money in there going into the recession. Remember, when it comes, what time is it? When it comes to recessions, you hear about the confirmation of the recession when we're already climbing out of it, because it's lagging. So that's why you see money leaving certain areas and going into certain areas prior to there being a confirmed recession. By the time that news tells you we're in a recession, we're already climbing out of it. We're on our way climbing out of it. So yeah, that's why you see Dollar General up there, and you see Amazon down here. That's why you see Walmart up there, right? That's why you see Morgan Stanley up there. See, finances. What did I tell you? So hopefully that helps a little bit there for you. Give you something to study up during lunchtimes. Guys, remember, I'll be back on Monday, and we'll get the stream cooking again. We'll see what's going on out there, and we'll continue running this dog for a while. See how we do with the stream. Remember to share it with your friends, guys. Thank you very much for watching today. Yesterday, I posted a recap from yesterday's trade, and today there will be no recap. It'll just be this. I might do a little YouTube short later or something and throw it up. But for now, I think that's gonna be it. All right. Any questions, don't hesitate to reach out, and remember to tune in on Monday. Also, if you don't have the watch list, if you're not getting the watch list sent to your email every morning, there you go. Sign up there for the watch list. And if you're interested in where I signed up and got funded as a funded futures trader, there you go. 90% of the profits you keep. One more question before I leave out. Let's see here. One more question. I'm learning option spreads right now, which are great for low accounts, but I'm also about to try futures. What do you recommend for learning about futures? Jared, learning about futures. I wish I could tell you, hey, here's my futures course, but I don't have one. I am working on one, but I don't have it up yet. What I'm going to do is, with my futures course, it's going to be a step-by-step guide, basically, on how to get funded and how I got funded. But learning the futures, man, just tune in here every day, Monday through Friday. Primarily, that's what I trade. However, I like to go over stocks. I like to go over equities because I trade both. But over the last few months, I've just been trading futures. And I'm not new to futures. I traded futures back when the COVID crash, okay? And there are a lot of videos on my channel, actually, with futures trading from back then. Let me see if I can find you. I don't think I have a playlist on it, but let me see if I can find you a couple. Hold on. Before I head out, let me see if I can find this for you. I really should have done a playlist for my futures videos. They're so scattered amongst YouTube, I can barely find them. I have nearly 1,000 videos, guys. I got like over 900 videos. It's crazy. Yeah, I can't find any, man. I'm sorry. I know I have them. Not a whole stack of them, but at least a handful of them. But yeah, tune in here Monday through Friday. I start streaming at 9:15, and we run this until about 11. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. It's a 3-day weekend. All right. Not bad. Maybe I'll come up with a video for Monday. I'll try. Guys, any last minute questions before I head out? No, it's my pleasure, Jared. It really is. I could talk about stocks and futures, support and resistance, and long-term stuff, real estate for hours. You'd have to tell me to shut up. That's why I started the YouTube channel 3 years ago, because I think people around me were starting to get tired of hearing me. No, thank you, Matched. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Man, I'll tell you what, there's nothing worse than being on the live stream. And I remember the first time I ever did a live stream and having just like 1 or 2 people there. Oh my God, bro. Nobody talking. God. I would just be yapping and yapping at the camera. I was like, good Lord. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. This is a nothing burger without you guys. You know, and some people out there will be like, oh, I'm the big shot trader. You guys should thank me for being here. And you know what? I think it's mutual. I think it's mutual. Because believe me, I ain't making any money from YouTube on this. The last stream made like $2. What is that? Like a McChicken or some crap? Oh my God. But I make my money with my businesses and I make my side money, my extra side money with trading. So I'm just happy to hang out with you guys. All right, guys. Have an excellent weekend. I will see you all next week. What I'll do is, let me see if I can do it before I leave. Billy McChicken, inflation is real. Let me see if I can just do the stream before I leave so I can give you the link. And then what you guys can do is you can click the notify button. That way, you'll be notified when I'm live. All right, yep, I'm going to schedule it right now for Tuesday. So that will be Tuesday the 17th, 9:15 a.m., guys. Done. Joe, what's up, my man? No, thank you. Here is Tuesday's stream. Click and hit notify. Boom, there you go, guys. All right. My team, have a great weekend. I will see you all next week. Thank you very much for tuning in. Hit that like button and make sure to check out the rest of the videos on the channel. All right. Peace.